Yo, what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the channel, man. Thank you. Yes, thank you for coming back. But if you are new here, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. That'll let you know when I drop another video. All right, so I like to give a shout out to Vince Nelson. He's the one who put me on to this RodeCaster. So definitely give him a shout out in this video. He's hit me up on several of my audio interface journeys, and he's like, you have to try this one. So here I am in this video. We're going to try it out, see what it can do. Let's go. All right, so here is the RodeCaster Pro 2. As you can see, it's pretty big. It is basically like a mixing board. You have your option to have like 4 inputs for like a mic, a line in, either one, whichever one you choose to do. You have 4 options for headphones on this section over here, and you have your main monitor as well. I haven't used this to its full extent. I've only used it to do like regular things that I kind of do. It is a little too big for me in my setup, the way I want it to be. I don't want it to have a big mixer. Otherwise, I'd just go get a mixer. But man, the sound quality, it does live up to the hype of Rhodes. Very easy to use, very easy to get around on this device. As you can see, you have your faders here, you have your solo and your mute. And you can like hit on this button, it'll change your sections of where you are. You even had some pads on here on this side, which is really cool to kind of do different things. And I'll kind of go through that in the video as well. And you have this huge record button. I haven't actually used it as like a podcast device. I've used it as like an audio interface, because that's pretty much what I'm going on my audio interface journey. It can be used as a podcast system. So if you just take this out, plug some mics into it, plug some headphones, you can record directly into this, which is phenomenal if you ask me. It does connect to your Wi-Fi. It does do Bluetooth. So these are really good things to actually have on the device itself. Not necessarily I need to use them, but it is something that is available. And you can even plug directly like a RJ45 cable into the back of this device as well. It also has a touchscreen. So the screen is a touchscreen, which is really, really dope. I really like that fact about it. And these 8 can actually go and expand out to more. So you can hit these arrows to go left and right inside of the system to actually change these as well. All right, so let's look at the back. All right, so looking at it, here's your 4 mics or line ins. So they have the universal one. So you can either do like you can do the mic in here, or you can do like guitar or even like keyboard, anything like that in any one of these 4 on here. All right, you have your left and your right speaker right here. You have your 4 headphones, and they're all numbered. And then over here, it gets a little interesting. So you have an option to put like a micro SD card in here for memory, if you want to actually have additional memory for this unit. You also have an option to go out from here using a USB-C, which I love, to your computer. You have 2 of them, 2 options for it on here as well. The one option gives you an option to do some kind of chat features. So if you're going out to the computer and you want it to be in like a chat mode so that you don't get the feedback, that's when you would put it in 1. For 2, it would automatically do that. So I've been using 2 because that's the way I found I can actually record in here. And it also has a USB-C for your power, which is really cool. It comes in a nice little box and cable and stuff. And here's your power button, big orange button, and you have a lock on there as well. And like I was telling you before, you have your RJ45 connection here. So if you have wired, you can wire it directly to your internet straight from here. All right. All right, so with all that being said, let's wire it up and see how it looks. All right, so I'll hit the power to power it on. It does make a really interesting noise when it first powers on. I'm not 100% sure what that's about or what it is, but yeah, that does happen. And it pretty much loads up. It usually takes a little while for it to actually load everything up completely. And then you start to see all these beautiful colors pop up on the screen here. All right, so here's what it looks like when it's all lit up. Like I said, you have your 4 headphones, so you can really turn them up. The headphones have a real nice sound coming out of them, and I have the 250 ohms DT 990 Pro headphones, so it usually takes a lot of power for you to actually get some kind of volume out of them, and this does give you that. It also gives you a really nice boost for your microphones as well. You can also easily set them up just by kind of clicking over here. If I click on this box, it'll tell me what the mic is. I can boost up the levels. You can even have some processing on the side here. You can even add effects if you wanted to. So this gives you all that right here inside of this little device, inside this mixer here. And I think that's really cool. And you can kind of go through each one of them. Like this is the computer, what's actually going out to the computer itself. And you can have up to 6 of them lined up on here. And this one here, this track here is for like your sound effects. All right, and like I was saying, the setup on here was really, really easy. You can even go to your settings up here, and it has an option for your faders, for your outputs, so you can know which outputs you have. You have your smart pad section here, so you can change your pads if you wanted to. Here's an option to do the display, so you can see like the different things on the display up here. It tells you what you're connected to for Wi-Fi. And it lets you know that you can do different shows. So you have an option to set this for different type of shows right from this device. I mean, really, really cool. And you have an option for your system here. You can go through and set up your network, your Bluetooth. You can set up MIDI. You can even set your date and time, language, and other information on here. Really, really nice. Really, really simple. I think this part is what makes it stand out a lot from a lot of other interfaces and different mixers that you have out there. And like I said, the mic enhancements are phenomenal on here. All right, so I'll go back to the home, and I do have the mic set up here. So the mic is in front of me. You probably can't hear it yet, but it is set up, and I can kind of hear myself on here. All right, so right now we are in. So let's see. All right, so let's see if we can get some recording done inside of Cakewalk. Let's go. All right, so here we are in Cakewalk, and this is all the other interfaces that I had in here. So this one right now will be the RodeCaster Pro 2, right? So I have it set up going out through FL ASO drivers. That is one thing that it did not come with. I didn't see it in here to get like audio drivers for like the computer. I'm not sure if they have an ASO for it, this particular device for Rhodes, but I didn't see one. I even downloaded the like that command center that they have for it, and I didn't see an option for drivers for like the audio drivers, the ASIO stuff. So I'm using the FL1 for now, and I'm gonna put it on echo so you can actually hear the mic itself. All right, so here's the mic, and there's a slight echo in it. That's because I'm actually using FL Studio's ASIO driver, right? But it sounds really, really good. I have it really, really loud. So I'm gonna kind of do a split from the screen and actually show you on this. So there's effects, so I can pitch up my voice.
So now I sound like this. That boy there doing stuff, man. Yeah. So if you want that chickmunk sound, it's right in here. It's built in. Right?
So I can turn that off. And I can also do like the demon voice.
You know, these things just come out naturally like this. You know what I'm saying? The boy there getting it.
Right? So you have a megaphone sound. So I can sound like I'm talking out a megaphone, which is really dope. This is some really nice effects you can actually add while going into your audio interface, into your DAW. So you can just have all these different types of sounds or people if you make up, you know, along the way. I think that's really, really cool. So it even has an option for ducking. So if you're doing like a podcast or something like that and you wanted to duck the sound out, you actually have that option right here to duck down the sound and actually be able to hear the voice a lot better that way as well. I think that's really tight. Let's see how it sounds. I'm going to try to record something in here. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go. Check. Now when I split splatter your chit chatter, I rip rappers, it don't matter. This fat bastard causes disasters. My sound waves like water, flooding the streets. Now a cat from the hood and get a chance to eat. I break down the barriers just to get in the mix. I'm trying to hold the industry, knock it down like a pit with a fierce bite. I stab you in the neck with a knife. I'm like a psychopath killer when I get on the mic. Yeah. It felt real good coming out. What's really cool about this, I'm going to go back to the interface here. So if I hit on this button, it gives me an option to choose which mic I actually have. And I'm using the SM7B. So if I had any of these other mics, like the NT1A or the NT1 or the Podcaster or the Broadcaster, or the pod mic. So all of these are available, yo. You can even use your wireless Rhodes mic on here. Has condenser mic, a dynamic mic. You have instruments. So you can do any of these on here. And you also have an option to boost up the sound. So like if I wanted to do more dBs for this and raise up the volume, I can just turn this up. And now I'm getting a big boost in the volume itself. That's, I mean, like, yeah, the preamps in here are really amazing. I have to still give it up to Vince for putting me on to this, man. Appreciate it. All right. So if you want to come out of there, you just hit on the button and you're out of that. And then you're back into your regular screen. So I'm going to take off this input echo. So that way I'm not hearing myself inside the microphone like I was. So let's hear it back and see how it sounds. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's go. Check. Now when I split splatter your chit chatter, I rip rappers, it don't matter. This fat bastard causes disasters. My sound waves like water, flooding the streets. Now a cat from the hood and get a chance to eat. I break down the barriers just to get in the mix. I'm trying to hold the industry, knock it down like a pit with a fierce bite. I stab you in the neck with a knife. I'm like a psychopath killer when I get on the mic. Yes. And what's really interesting about this is that all of it seems leveled. Like there's nothing really going too high or too low. It's just like right there in the middle, kind of just leveled out, which is very interesting, which gives you that perspective that it has some kind of compression automatically set up on here that compresses the vocals. So it's not something you necessarily have to worry about, like peaking and things like that. That's a really good thing. So, I mean, I have really no doubt that this would be a great audio interface for somebody. For me personally, I think it's a little bit too big, but that's just, you know, my preference. I like a smaller interface I can kind of put on top of my keyboard and kind of travel with it. Another thing about this, it's not really loud or anything, but when you turn it on, you know, you'll hear that popping sound on your monitors if you have your monitors on. And I am not a fan of that at all. Like there's a lot of audio interfaces that I actually did try out and they did that popping when it first turns on and I can't stand it. It just drives me crazy, yo. Another thing is additional power. So you have to actually plug this in to like, you know, a wall or a unit. I'm not a fan of that either. I'd rather just use the USB power from my laptop. Like I said, because I travel, so I don't want to have to plug this into something else to get it to work or even turn on. Those are like pretty much my only qualms about this device at all. I mean, this would be like a perfect thing. If you're doing podcasting, I highly recommend to get this. I don't see like any reason you wouldn't want to get it. It pairs very well with your monitors. So even if you're if you have your mic hooked up and you try to have your mic on with your speakers, it'll turn off your speakers and put them straight to your headphones if the mic is on. It's like it automatically senses that you're trying to use the mic, and it'll turn off your monitors so you don't get that looping feedback from your mic to your monitors and you know, damage anything. I think that's a really cool feature that a lot of other audio interfaces need to implement as well. But yeah, I mean, with that being said, what do you guys think about this device, this Rodecaster Pro 2? Like I said, I would highly recommend it. If you are in the market to buying one, I do have a link below in the description to my Zounds account, so you can get it from Zounds. And there's no credit check with Zounds, so you can actually get this delivered to you. You can even do a payment plan for the device if you want to actually pay it over time. So yeah, so that link is below in the description to Zounds. All right, and that also helps out the channel as well. But if you guys have like any questions or comments for me, please leave them below in the comment section. If you do have this Rodecaster Pro 2, let me know below in the comments as well and say I got one. All right, but with that being said, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys appreciate these audio interface journeys that I've been taking you guys on, so I can give you some recommendations at the end of this. But once again, it's your boy X.E.L. Till next time, people. Peace.